打造成为观光娱乐、科普保护。
随着中国地化，
社会竞争
的地。
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. 我们哭了，我们笑着，我们抬头望天空，星星还亮着几颗，我们唱着时间的歌，才懂得相互拥抱到底是为了什么。She said where you wanna go, how much you wanna risk. I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. 遇见你，留下足迹才美丽，风吹花落泪如雨，因为不想分离，因为刚好遇见你，留下10年的期许。如果再相遇，我想我会记得你。I want something just like this.
Through the site visits of Hangzhou's beautiful gardens, we learn the techniques of landscape architecture firsthand. We categorize the key techniques utilized in our final design as follows: pathways, vegetation, infrastructure, water, and further considerations. Pathways are to preferably have intersections that are between 60 to 90 degrees so that users have a clear choice of direction. Pathways can also be intentionally curvy or crooked so that users take the time to walk through and appreciate the specific sites of the garden. Pathways can also be utilized to direct users' vision when positioned between two differing elevations. Vegetation can be used as a screen. Vegetation is also used ornamentally at prominent points and in bands of pathways. These are usually uniquely shaped or aesthetically pleasing trees. Trees are chosen and positioned to create an uneven tree line so that the park appears more natural. Trees are also positioned beside benches to provide shade for the resting person. Infrastructure. Toilets are placed regularly at approximately 300 meters apart, while trash bins and benches are spaced regularly at approximately 100 meters apart. Pavilions offer a private space that is slightly out of the way or situated on higher ground, providing a resting spot with a view. Water. Different types of embankments are utilized for different functions and effects. Stilted platforms allow users to have a closer view of the water body. Grass embankments make viewers feel that this is a natural transition from land to water, but is suitable only for water bodies that are relatively unchanging. Rockery embankments comprise strategically placed rocks to achieve the effect of rocky mountain outcrops. Further considerations were taken into account to achieve the following effects. Spatial contrast. By using this technique, visitors are given the illusion of space. Hidden scene. By partially hiding a scene, visitors are instilled with a sense of curiosity. Framing a scene. This technique creates a sense of appreciating a painting before one's eyes. In summary, we learned numerous techniques through our site visits, but the ones we presented here were the most apt for our project. Equipped with theoretical knowledge, we then learned the tools of the trade. China's rapid urbanization in the past 70 years saw the vast migration of people from the rural areas to megacities. Urban living was found to raise the risk of anxiety disorders. On the other hand, it has been proven that nature is both helpful to physical and mental well-being. The design brief is to design a quiet and peaceful environment in which city dwellers used to the fast-paced lifestyle in the city can re-experience living in the midst of nature. Our site is located in Zhejiang Province, Qizhou, in close proximity to Tashilin village and spans an area of approximately 35.73 hectares. To meet our design criteria, we use the following concepts: to minimize obtrusive man-made structures and maximize the use of natural materials, to emphasize the transition and cohesion of that which is man-made and natural, to utilize key natural landforms as viewing platforms, to reawaken visitors' relationship with nature through facilities and activities catering to different age groups that engages them with the natural environment. Welcome to Cyprus Country Park, where nature is your home. Be prepared to embark on a journey of relaxation, rejuvenation, and rediscovery. Entering the park, you walk through the gently weaving path through a garden, where the tall vegetation on either side muffles the noise of the highway. Following the stream to its source, you catch a glimmer of the main entrance, a stone and glass facade, with the stone curved to emulate the flow of water. Water has always been associated with cleansing properties, and as you step through the waterfall, you enter another world, and feel the burdens of city life fading away. Breeze through the ticketing counters and the automated gantries. Perhaps, if you are waiting for someone, take a breather on the rooftop garden and enjoy a sample of the plant life present in the park. Emerging on the other side of the waterfall ticketing center, you enter the passing garden. The garden does not seem to have definite boundaries on either side, and you sense a gradual broadening of your horizons. Perhaps, the difficulties at work are not so pertinent after all. The central ridges are an educational scenic zone, and as you climb the gently sloping path, your eyes are tantalized by the thought-provoking integration of architecture and terrain. Unexpectedly, you see flowers intertwined with the structure of a pavilion, signifying the transition as one chooses to return to nature, and the edges of what is made by men and what is natural is blurred. Passing through the trees, a greenhouse containing plants from all over the world appears on your left, allowing you a chance to see and smell unique plants in any season. Finally, the highlight of the path you are taking is apparent: the Cyprus Museum. The museum is embedded into the hillside, while the hanging vegetation from the roof blends the stone and glass structure with its surroundings. From the vantage of the roof of the museum, you see the lake glistening below you, and the impressive profiles of the western ridges across. Following the primary path, you descend down terraced steps of stone towards the floating gardens. The floating gardens span the width of the cove and comprise wooden platforms segmented by aquatic flora. Stepping onto the platforms, the gentle bobbing of the aquatic plants invite you to learn more about them. As you progress to the second cove, the pathway leads down into the shallow bottom of the lake. Magical wonder fills you as you step into the underwater world. Through the glass walls on either side, the therapeutic aquatic life relaxes the mind and calms the soul. Once again, following the winding road, you emerge into the terraced theatre. The theatre's seats follow the natural terrain of the surrounding hillside, while the inherent acoustics of the cove amplify the sound from the stage. Set against the scenic backdrop of the stage, musical performances are sure to soothe away the rigors of city life that you face. In the southwest of the park is the children activity area. For toddlers, the playground offers a safe environment for developing motor skills. On the other hand, the nature maze is suitable for your 3 to 6-year-old child in nurturing a sense of discovery, while developing cognitive abilities and decision-making skills. The walls of the maze are carefully chosen trees, flowers, and rocks, allowing your child to interact with the natural elements in play. If your child is between 6 to 12 years old, the large-scale board games play area is perfect in keeping your child entertained while helping him or her develop advanced cognitive abilities and social skills. For older children, the high elements course built upon the Western Hills challenges your teen to overcome his fears and take risks. Walking northwards, you will encounter a shallow stream where children and adults can get their hands dirty. Perhaps this will reawaken a sense of nostalgia within you, memories of when things were simpler, fun, and relaxed. Beginning where the children activity zone ends is the treetop walkway. As you climb up the stairs to the platform suspended above you, you emerge in the canopy. The walkway arcs before you, and each bend surprises you with an exclusive view of the lake scenery. Perhaps you wish to stop and catch your breath. Strategically positioned pavilions offer you shade and unique vistas. Or descend down to the cafe by the lake, where you can sip premium tea while enjoying the lakeside breeze. Your mind is at peace, but what about your body? Enter Rejuvenation Resort, located in the north of the park. The glass facade of the resort grants personal views of the lake, while you delight in high-end comforts. Dotting the lawn between the resort and water's edge are secluded pavilions that offer you a calming spot for meditation activities such as yoga. Feeling recharged yet? Across the lake is white sand beach and dock. As you make your way along the path from the resort, you catch a flash of brilliant white sand through the foliage. Eventually, the vegetation gives way and a small yet untouched beach unveils itself. Stepping onto the soft white sand, you notice a boat rental kiosk tucked in the hillside as if to blend into the natural landscape. If you so choose to rent a boat, step onto the rocky docks and paddle away into the lake, letting the gentle rocking of the boat lull you into a restful daze. Wait, there's more. The eastern hills of the park remain unexplored. Taking a right this time from the passing garden, you follow a meandering wood and stone walkway into the restaurant and retail zone. The farmhouse-like shops greet you, and the tinted windows cast colored light into the structure, tempting you to enter these unusual spaces to grab a drink, food, or some fancy souvenir. The path slowly rises and you find yourself amid some giant pebbles. Each of these smooth pebbles dot the hill without bringing offense to the natural lay of the land, soothing to the eye, while housing a wide variety of shopping and food options within. The highlights of Pebble Hill is Stalagmite Tower. The tall pines leaning against it break up its intimidating form and reduces its physical presence. From the top of the tower, you can savor 360-degree views of the surrounding landscape and catch a spectacular sunrise and sunset. Glancing off into the north, you notice stilt-like wooden structures among the trees of the adjacent hill. These are the campsites of Cypress Country Park. Campsites are assigned so that the haphazard placement of tents does not ruin the beauty of the park. The elevated campsite among the treetops endows you with a grand view of the park from the entrance of your tent, while the strategic placement of trees offer privacy and quiet. Beginning from Pebble Hill, you may choose to take a walk along the crooked boardwalk. The vast lowland on the east signifies the emptiness that is sometimes prevalent in nature, and possibly encourages you to rediscover yourself amid the peaceful environment. On the west of the boardwalk lies the orchard. Feel free to reach out and pluck the fresh produce of nature in the right season. In other seasons, the flowering trees of the orchard paint the base of the central hills in vibrant colors. As night falls, complete your experience of outdoor living by having a barbecue under the starry country sky. The double-layered roof provides shelter from adverse weather while enabling smoke from the barbecue to disperse. Each barbecue pavilion is designed to accommodate you, your friends, and family. Finally, perhaps you prefer to enter or leave via the rear entrance. The design of the rear entrance interprets the natural world through a man-made structure and shares a similar design language as the Waterfall Ticketing Center and the cafe by the lake. As you enter from this entrance, the cattails partially obscure the view of the hills and the lake, tempting you with possible sights within. Once more, It marks the transition from the natural world to the built environment and vice versa. Perhaps, so many possibilities within one park. We hope you have enjoyed your stay at Cypress Country Park. Thank you and see you again.